Next Step Southwest, your regional Uni Connect programme, is funded by the Office for Students. We're a collaboration of 14 partner universities and colleges throughout Cornwall, Devon and Somerset. Considering returning to study after a break can feel more challenging, with more obstacles in your path. The people you'll hear from in this film have all encountered and overcome many barriers, yet their desire and determination to change their lives by doing an HE course, along with the right support and information, has propelled them over the obstacles. We hope you find their experience informative and inspiring.
It was quite an easy decision really. Once I finished college I felt like I kind of needed to get out, kind of just work and just kind of envelop myself within kind of the working environment, kind of getting used to it, kind of, earning a bit of money. And after a while I kind of realised that the pay I was on, the kind of environments I was in, I feel like I could really kind of push myself and kind of better myself. And I felt like the best avenue for that was through getting a degree. When you come in as an adult learner, I think you definitely take it from a different perspective. The kind of experiences that you had, you can very much introduce them into what you're doing, especially here at Petroc, where it very much is a give and take kind of lecture, and it kind of does provide you with that confidence to kind of speak out, to kind of work within the group, confidence that I don't think I would have had if I went straight from A-levels to doing a degree. You understand how you can kind of structure your day around your learning, and I feel like I can push myself at a greater extent now. I now know what I want to achieve. I feel like I'm on a journey, where kind of previous jobs I felt like it was very dead end, and now I kind of feel like I'm ready to kind of really push myself to where I want to be.
I'm an electronics engineer. I work for SEA, who specialise in defence and military applications. My job is supported by my employer. It's supported by SEA. The classes are quite small, 3 people actually in my lecture group at the moment, and it's really good. They're able to get through lectures fast and efficiently. You take on higher education to start with. It's the crossover between the school where you are taught to pass as where a lecturer, you're expected to then go out on your own and further develop your knowledge out of the classroom rather than in the classroom. I've got 2 children, a house and working full time as well. So on top of that, there isn't much time, but because you've developed as an adult, it becomes easier that you've learnt those skills and you've learnt the background, but it is more difficult in times of there isn't as many hours in the day, it feels like, as there was when I was 16.
I kind of felt that I didn't really understand where I wanted to go when it came to university, and I thought, well, instead of pressuring myself to find somewhere, the level 4 was a perfect option, almost like a pad to jump on. It allowed me to stay home and continue my study whilst also gaining an extra kind of level and qualification to take on to future work. The ability to take out equipment has always been something that's been really good for like freelance work. Obviously, as a student going into film, it's a very expensive industry, so trying to get yourself any kind of equipment is always, it doesn't feel possible. Some cameras can cost anywhere from £1,000 to like £4,000. So being able to come to college to use either like a lens or a gimbal or maybe like something like a dolly is just something that's really helped me with outside projects. I'm nearing the professional stage, so I'm starting to actually feel like my work can be posted places. Obviously the studying process can be awkward because you have to start somewhere, so your starting work isn't always the best. But now I'm getting to the stage where I'm like, all right, I think I've got a thing here. So being able to have the independence to kind of go out and do my own stuff and be happy with my own stuff is definitely something I've brought onto this course. If we're given a task or a unit to do, I know I can produce something of high quality, which is maybe not something what I was doing at the beginning of like level 2, level 3. I think the workload obviously pushes you a bit more. Obviously, when you're going into the real world, you have to do a lot more research and you have to really understand the subject. And that's something that I've really learned this year, is when we're making something, the final product isn't the only thing that matters, it's actually the process of getting to that final product. So that's something that's changed a lot more this year, for sure. For me, it's all about convenience. Obviously, the HE for me personally was something I could come back to, get back into the mood of kind of following education, creating units and all that kind of stuff, whilst also being able to stay at home and work. So it's about having that kind of balance where I was able to really do both things that I wanted to do and also have, that in the back of my head that I've got time to think about what I want to do later in life.
Visit us at nextstepssw.ac.uk to explore a range of resources including support with careers and courses, plus get more inspiration with our films and HE Knowledge Hub podcast. Follow us on social media at nextstepssw and join the conversation #UniConnect.